You know that feeling? You're standing at the fish counter, looking at all the options, and you're just overwhelmed. You want to make the right choice, the one that's good for the oceans, but how do you even know where to start? Well, you are definitely not alone. We're going to break it all down and make choosing sustainable seafood simple.
I mean, who doesn't love seafood? It's incredible. But that love comes with this big, nagging question, right? How do we enjoy all this amazing food responsibly? That's really the heart of the matter, and that's what we're going to unpack together.
So, to really get our heads around this, let's start with the perspective of someone who knows this world inside and out, CJ Jackson. She looks at this not as a problem to be solved, but as a deep passion for a resource that we absolutely have to treasure. I just love this quote. It's not just about what we eat, it's about respect. It's this idea that we have a relationship with this massive, incredible ecosystem. And that, right there, is the kind of mindset we need to bring to the dinner table.
Okay, so if the goal is to treasure this resource, we've got to face the facts first. We need to understand the challenges and take a hard look at how our oceans got so pressured in the first place.
The number one issue you always hear about is overfishing, and it's a pretty simple idea with absolutely massive consequences. Think of it like this. We're basically making withdrawals from the ocean's bank account faster than it can earn interest. Eventually, the account just runs dry.
And here's a perfect, kind of tragic example of that. Years ago, the orange roughy was everywhere, super popular. The huge problem was that nobody knew it lives for a really, really long time and takes decades to mature. So we were fishing them out way faster than they could ever reproduce, and the population just crashed before the science could even catch up.
But you know, it's not just what we fish, it's how. And this is a big one. On one side, you have these really destructive methods like beam trawling. I mean, it's literally like dragging a giant bulldozer across the ocean floor. It wrecks habitats and scoops up tons of unwanted marine life. That's what we call bycatch. But on the other side, you've got much smarter, more selective methods like catching fish by hand line or using pots. These target the right species, leave the little guys alone, and keep the ecosystem healthy.
Now, I know that all sounds pretty dire, but here's the good news. There is a ton of incredible work being done to fix these problems. So let's flip the script and talk about the solutions that are actually working right now.
So governments and fisheries are tackling this with a really smart three-part plan. First up, strict quotas that put a hard limit on how much can be caught. Second, there are minimum size rules, which make sure fish get a chance to grow up and have babies before they end up on a plate. And third, they're using cleverer gear, like nets with bigger holes so the small young fish can just swim right on through.
But with all this focus on wild fish, you might be totally surprised to learn where a huge chunk of our seafood actually comes from. It's a number that's changing the entire game, 45%.
Yep, you heard that right. Nearly half of all the fish we eat is actually farmed. This industry, aquaculture, is absolutely massive, and it's growing fast. And a lot of people see it as one of our best shots at taking the pressure off of those wild fish populations.
Now hold on, fish farming isn't some perfect magic solution. In the early days, it had some serious problems. Pollution, sketchy chemicals, and using wild fish to feed the farmed fish, which kind of defeated the purpose. But the industry has really grown up. Thanks to much tougher laws and just better, more responsible practices, a lot of farms are becoming truly sustainable, especially the ones raising fish like tilapia or shellfish like mussels, which don't even need fish in their feed.
Okay, so we've looked at the big picture, the problems, the large-scale solutions, but now we get to the most important part, because you, as the person buying the fish, have an incredible amount of power. So let's break down exactly what you can do.
This is where it all clicks. Every single choice you make at the supermarket or the fishmonger sends a powerful message back to the entire industry about what you care about. So, what are the right moves to make?
Here's your simple toolkit. It all starts with just asking a few easy but really powerful questions. First, ask how and where it was caught. Then ask if it's been certified by a group you can trust. And if it's farmed, just ask about their policies. Any good fish seller will be proud and happy to tell you the answers.
And hey, if you just want some quick signs to look for, that little blue MSC logo is your best friend. It means that fishery has passed a tough independent check for being sustainable. You can also use amazing guides like the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch app. It's like a traffic light system for fish. And some things, like rope-grown mussels or that farmed tilapia we talked about, are almost always a fantastic choice.
And one of the easiest and most powerful things we can all do is just try something new. We all tend to buy the same few popular fish over and over, and that puts huge pressure on those stocks.
But if you try an abundant fish like Alaskan pollock instead of cod every once in a while, you help spread out the demand and support healthier fisheries across the board. So, here's the main takeaway. Being a conscious seafood eater isn't about restriction or what you can't have. It's about discovery. It's about connecting your choices to a healthier planet and finding some amazing new food along the way. It's a pretty incredible thought, right? Every time you choose sustainable seafood, you're not just buying dinner. You are literally casting a vote for a future with healthy, beautiful, thriving oceans. And what's the reward for that simple, thoughtful choice? Well, you get to unlock this whole world of incredible flavors you might have been missing out on, from delicate white fish you've never tried to amazing shellfish that are actually good for the planet. See, it all comes down to this. Sustainability is not a sacrifice. It is absolutely delicious. Whether we're talking about simple, perfect pan-fried scallops, a cozy fish pie, or some grilled tuna, you can make amazing food and a positive impact at the same time. So, the next time you're standing at that counter, just remember the power that you have. Your one choice really does help protect our oceans for everyone who comes after us. So the only real question is, what amazing, sustainable meal are you going to cook next?